Hello everyone and welcome to my first Black Ops commentary so far. I've only done like 3 of these in total, or maybe 4, while I've had this channel for like maybe 2 or 3 years, and this is the first one I got on Black Ops, and it's a slightly different one today. It's not from your normal online game. This is actually from a LAN event that took place the weekend just gone. It actually took place in Amsterdam in Holland, and it got about, I think it got about 16 teams, and it was unfortunately it was one of the first LAN events where there was actually a demand and the potential for quite a lot of teams to attend, but unfortunately they didn't have the room to well, the space for enough stations. But anyway, onto this gameplay. You'll see me doing my usual, what I do on Black Ops. It's quite a lot different to what I do on, well, what I did on Modern Warfare 2, which was, you know, FAMAS, ACR, or M16. On Black Ops I quite like to play for the objective, so you see me with my Marathon Pro, Harden Pro and my MP5, and I don't always run Marathon throughout a whole game, purely because when you're playing online it really puts you at a disadvantage when it comes to, you know, people sound touring you, and I don't know, I usually end up taking it off because I just get really pissed off. But with this being an actual event with, you know, there's, you know, oh well, probably about 100 people in the room, maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration, but you get the idea. There's a lot of people in a small room, so it's pretty noisy, so you can kind of get away with it without, you know, losing too many deaths due to it. But yeah, as you see, we go down, you know, 1-5-0, and this was a bit of a shaky start in this game, like, but this was our 3rd game of the day, I think. Unlike ECL, where you played over the Saturday and the Sunday, at this event it was all on the Sunday. So it started, I think it started at about 11 AM and went on till about 1 in the morning the next day. So for the people who got to the finals, which were Farrico, who you may recognise, Daredevil, if some of you play game battles, Daredevil, Strict, Knifer and Wannabe. They played in the final against a French team called Reflex, and Reflex went on to win the event. So when it came to the final, it was they'd been on a gaming marathon for the whole day. So fair play to them for staying awake for the whole day. But yeah, so in this game we're playing against Empathy, which is Corrupt, Galves, Lax and Jamie. So I think Galves is like a new addition to their team, just purely for this event, and I'm not sure how long the team's been together. I don't think it's been that long, but our team, you'll see, is me, Ting, who you may remember I played with on Modern Warfare 2 and COD 4, and Koopy and Denzi. So we got Denzi, who's probably the best and only Belgian Call of Duty Xbox player, who's a beast, and we've got Koopy as well, who's also sick. So me, this was a team, like we call it a pickup team. So it's basically, you know, four random players who never really played together on this game before, who had just, you know, we basically put the team together just so we could attend this event. And like, obviously I'd met Ting before, and Koopy and Denzi turned out to be like really sound people, and we actually, I think we played pretty well, considering we were playing, you know, quite a few well-practiced teams such as Royalty, and well, Royalty was our hardest game, and we got pretty much destroyed. And it showed in a game like that. It showed where you know, it showed that they'd been together for a while, and they were all really organised. But in our other matches we played pretty well. We ended up finishing 7th, which with the team that we had, and considering we hadn't played together before, I was pretty happy with. And the weekend in general was just, it was hilarious, and yeah, crazy at some points. So probably one of the most weird experiences ever. When we were coming back from the event at 1 in the morning, we got a taxi from this guy, like a 8-man taxi, and he randomly just says, "Hey guys, look, I've got a TV." So he presses this button, and you know, like a little TV screen pops down from the top of the car, and he just randomly turns some porn on. And like, we watched it for about 5 minutes in the journey home, and it was like one of the most random but hilarious experiences I've ever had. and we were just sat there, you know,
We lost that round, but it's not
just
over yet.
kind of
Get
thinking
ready
what
for
is
the next
what is actually happening. But yeah, as you'll see, we actually go 2-0 down. So at this point, we were just like, what's going on? Like, if you're paying attention to the gameplay, you'll see that we could have got quite a few flags back, but we got close, like, you know, 2 or 3 times,
Capture
and
the objectives.
they just stopped us every time. But this side we played so much better, as you'll see, and you know, well, you'll see the outcome eventually. Now we're on Summit. Obviously, this is probably one of my favourite maps for demo and capture the flag.
Flag acquired.
But yeah, so I'm using hardened as well because I don't know, I don't really like sleight of hand, and it's one of those things where if I'm using sleight of hand and I keep getting killed by people with hardened, then
They dropped our
it's
flag.
one of those, oh, they're using it, so I'll use it, and I've just got really used to it
Enemy
now.
flag
It's pretty good. So as you'll see, look, first 40 seconds we've got a flag cap back. And yeah, the event was actually, if anyone who went to the event's watching, or any of the event organisers happened to stumble across this video, the event was actually really well run. Like, in comparison to ECL, the actual like venue itself, I don't know, it was 2 worlds apart. Like with ECL, you had like a great big arena with like 2 huge halls kind of thing, whereas this was just like, well, it seemed like to just be like in the most random place ever, like in some kind of industrial estate, and was like a room inside this building, and I don't know, it was really random. But once you actually got in there, like the actual setup that they had inside was like really good, and yeah, it was a really good event. I'm not quite sure when the next one will be. I heard some rumours that like April time, or I don't know, some guy even told me it was going to be in about 5 weeks time, but you know, you always have to take those things with a pinch of salt until something like officials
Enemy flag acquired.
announced. But if we can get another team together, I'll definitely be going to the next one. Like with it being in Amsterdam, like the lifestyle out there, and I don't know, it's so cool, but like so strange at the same time. Like
Enemy flag captured.
we obviously went to like the red light district and stuff, and you know, you'll see people, like you'll see like families walking around with their kids and stuff, with all these like naked women in the windows and stuff like that. It's really surreal. And yeah, here we go, 3rd flag cap. So we're at 1 cap now, and we've got another 2.5 minutes to go. So at this point, I remember saying, like, don't start playing any differently. Like, just because we've got a lead, don't start camping. You know what I mean? Like from previous experience, when you start doing that, so say if you get like a lead of a flag or 2 maybe, and you start camping, like for me that's just never ever worked, because if they get, you know, 3 or 4 down, then they can just counter like crazy. You know what I mean? I think if you carry on playing that as you were, then you know what I mean, you stick with the winning formula. And so yeah, over the 4th flag cap now. I thought I'd gone a bit of a ramble on this one. Yeah. I'm trying to think who we played. Our first match was against Farako. I can't remember the name. Farako Randoms, that's the one. We actually played that game on main stage, but because it was so early, like 11 o'clock or whatever, there wasn't well, I doubt there will have been many people back home watching. Second match we played against Royalty, and we lost 3-0. That was a tough match, man. So then we went into losers bracket, which is where we played Empathy here, and we won this game 2-0. This was the first map in a best of 3.
We have the enemy flag.
So we won this map, and then we went on to win the second map, which was Demo Havana. But that was really close. That was a hell of a lot closer than this one. And then after that, we played against No Nipples and lost 3-1, which was actually a really close game. I think if 1 or 2 like little things had gone our way, we probably could have won that game. But it was actually a really good game, and they went on to finish 3rd, so they were the highest place in UK teams. So I don't mind losing to them because they're all sound guys. But and then we played our 7th and 8th playoff game against Fariko Combine, which was actually one of the most funny games I've played. Like, they were actually like really cool guys. We absolutely like destroyed them pretty much, and some of the most random things happening with people like diving off the map by accident and stuff, and like we had a good laugh. But yeah, This is coming to the end of the video now.
Flag has been dropped.
I'm not sure how this gone. I've literally just like
flag
plugged my
has been
mic in and talk random shit for like 10 minutes. But hopefully you like it. If people like it, it's something I'll probably carry on doing. And I'll just before it finishes, just like to say thanks to everyone who stayed with the channel, even and all the new people, because I'm just about to hit like 1 million total video views. So I just want to say a big thanks to everyone who's like stuck with the channel, who's watched the videos, who's liked the videos. You know what I mean? So big thanks to everyone. Hope you enjoy the commentary, and I'll see you next time.